Hello, my name is Dr. Routh. About 3 decades ago, I was privileged to make some groundbreaking scientific discoveries on the reduction of heart disease with natural substances, particularly vitamin C. Together with Nobel laureate Dr. Linus Pauling, I shared them with the world in several landmark publications. And in his last public appeal, the Nobel laureate also supported these medical breakthroughs in a historic call for an international effort to abolish heart disease. In the 30 years following the publication of these discoveries, the number of scientific publications about the health benefits of vitamins has literally exploded, totaling more than 60,000 studies today. Also, following as a result of our publications, the global production and consumption of vitamin C has increased more than 20-fold, with a total of more than 100,000 tons now consumed annually. The explosion of knowledge in natural health, as well as in vitamin consumption, has had a dramatic impact on world health. As shown on this graph, based on the data of the World Health Organization, deaths from heart attacks and strokes have decreased globally over the past 3 decades, especially in the industrialized and threshold countries. In the history of medicine, this has never happened before in such a short time span. While the increase in vitamin consumption may not have been the only factor responsible for this dramatic reduction in deaths, it certainly was a decisive one, as documented in over 60,000 publications. And in some countries, like the Netherlands, deaths from cardiovascular disease have declined more than 2/3 over the last few decades, saving 2 out of every 3 patients from suffering a fatal heart attack. But these encouraging statistics do not mark an endpoint for us. We are convinced that deaths from cardiovascular disease can be reduced even further. But for that to happen, still more research is needed in natural health. This is why we use money from the sales of our micronutrient combinations to support natural health research in the fight against heart disease and other health problems. On the website of our institute, you can read all of the documentation of the studies we have carried out. Moreover, if you want to visit an independent source, we encourage you to go to pubmed.gov, the world's largest online medical library. If you type in Dr. Rath and Dr. Nitzwicki, the head of our research institute, you will find more than 100 scientific studies published by our research team in leading international journals. While we have continued to drive towards the reduction of human diseases, other vitamin companies apparently do not feel this responsibility. This table, for example, shows the number of scientific studies published on PubMed by companies selling vitamins in the Netherlands to Dutch consumers and therapists up to recently. It is immediately clear that most of them do not have a single study on the efficacy and quality of their products. And of course, hardly any of them maintains a research institute. So how come that they can sell their merchandise to millions of consumers in the Netherlands with the claim that they are science-based? Here is the trick most of them use. They hire a librarian and instructing them to search the libraries of the world, online and offline. And then they compile this library data into a colorful prospectus or video clip or even a medically looking booklet and sell them under the pretense of being scientifically researched products. As a consumer or recommending therapist thus far, you had no choice other than to fall for the tricks of these vitamin companies. After all, you may have thought, Who would be so daring as to make bogus claims in relation to human health? The choice now is yours. You can let yourself be fooled, or you can follow the pioneers. Independent research towards the elimination of diseases is not carried out by the pharmaceutical industry because this investment group looks at ongoing diseases as markets. They would rather attack the pioneers of preventive health, like us, for threatening the multi-billion disease market. Preventive health research with micronutrients has also not been supported by any government because the voices of the people demanding this have thus far not been heard. Our research organization is the only one worldwide that operates under a non-profit roof. So when you buy the micronutrient combinations developed at our institute, you can be sure that your money is being used to support new preventive health research. Now you know the facts. Now you have the choice.